Hello, my name is Liza, and today I'd like to share with you my versions of the butter dish decor piece. I was late to the party with this because, of course, those butter dishes were hard to find, but when I did find them, I picked up several. So for the first project, I made mine for 4th of July, and I used 2 sets of the salt and pepper shakers and 1 butter dish and 1 of the candlesticks that are actually hard to find also. I used some crimson, white, and mineral chalk paint. And I also used some of the Waverly clear wax. I had some blue burlap ribbon in my stash. I used one of these pearls from DollarTree. A bundle of the red, white, and blue carnations and the patriotic little daisies. I also used some DollarTree Velcro dots, and the first thing I did was I painted my butter dish and the 4 salt and pepper shakers with the Waverly white chalk paint. I also decided to use some Jenga blocks to lift my salt and pepper shakers up so they would fit in the dish better, and I painted them white after I glued them together. While that was drying, I took some of my burlap ribbon and I punched out some 1-inch circles, and I made my own little flower by just pinching part of the circle and using some hot glue and adding it to another circle. And basically I used 6 little circles and I added it to 1 circle, as you can see here. It's fairly simple to do, and this was really good burlap. It was more like a plastic, so it didn't shred. And then once it was all done, I just added one of those pearl buttons to the center to cover up my hot glue mess. Then I took some mineral chalk paint and I dry brushed my salt and pepper shakers and my dish. And then I took some more of that burlap ribbon and I cut a strip and just long enough to go around my butter dish. And then I added a Velcro dot to each end, the 2 pieces of the Velcro dot, so that I could remove this if I wanted to use the butter dish for another decor piece. And I did hot glue the flower to the ribbon. And I used these finger savers. I actually bought mine online, but they worked really great, so I didn't hot glue my whole project to my table. And that's what that looked like. I also painted the bottom portion of the butter dish and the candle holder with my crimson red chalk paint. And then when everything was dry, I just gave it a nice coat of the wax and buffed it out. And then Quarantino was doing a little bit of quality control. I added the flowers, and then he helped me stage it. And he's quite the helper. And this is how my project looked. And then this is how I have it set up in my house with all my other 4th of July decor. Now, like I said, bought more of those butter dishes, so I decided to make some alternatives. Since I still had those lids from the salt and pepper shakers, I took some elephant chalk paint and I painted the top and the bottom of the butter dish, and I also painted the lids from the salt and pepper shakers. I had this buffalo check ribbon that I got from Dollar General, and it's too wide to go wrap around, so I just folded it in half and I cut it into 2 pieces. And I actually am going to use both pieces because I'm going to lay one on top of the other so it has the wired finished edge. So I use some of the Dollar Tree 2-sided tape roll, and I just laid it across the top of one of the pieces, and then I put the other piece on top of it and with more 2-sided tape. And then I added a Velcro dot. I also made a black burlap flower with a Dollar Tree button, and I used a Dollar Tree sunflower, and I put the alternate side of the Velcro dot on them so that I could make it removable to use my gingham ribbon for other things. And then I hot glued my salt and pepper lids to the bottom of the butter dish, and I also put little circles inside to just secure it a little more with some hot glue, a little more quality control. I added some succulents, and I have a everyday piece that I can use when it's not a holiday. For an alternate look, I added the salt and pepper shakers into the butter dish from the previous project, and here's another look. Then I took off my black flower, I put on the sunflower, I changed up the succulents to some more of a fall foliage, and I had another look. Then with my red base, I decided I could use that, and I made a miniature fairy village using mostly Dollar Tree pieces. The windmill I did get from AC Moore, but I'm Dutch, so I needed a windmill. And then I also did a little setup for Christmas by flipping my butter dish upside down, and I just added a Dollar Tree candle. I have the video for that linked on the bottom, and that was it. I hope you enjoyed my alternate projects, and if you did, please give my video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and as always, Quarantino and I will be back with another project. Thanks for watching. Take care.